iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Motorsports and racing cars is a big part of the heritage here at G-Stone Motors. Todd and I have been racing each other for years. I love the one-on-one competition. It comes bottom line, we're all behind each other and support each other with everything we do. I think that says a lot about our company's culture. I'm Vince Quinville, Service Manager at G-Stone Motors.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the dirt track here at Charlotte. It is the G-Stone Motors 350A Modified Series here for round number 3. I'm Roger Muth, high above the virtual studios here tonight, race fans, and I can tell you it is great to be back, feeling a lot better. Thank you for all the well wishes last week. A couple of you reached out to me, and you reminded me I sounded like a 12-year-old. Tonight, though, sound like a 13-year-old. Graduated 1 year here tonight, and that's just because we are here for round number 3. Where have we been so far this season? Well, we opened it up in the nice state of Florida. It was warm there. Then we came back to Pennsylvania for Lernerville, and it was cold. I got sick. I'm still technically still in Pennsylvania. These drivers racing virtually here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. So it was Sam Bachman picking up the opening night win at Volusia. Logan Wentz able to pick up the win last week here in Pennsylvania. Who's going to win here tonight at Charlotte? Because coming into the night, Sam Bachman still holds the championship top spot, but it's actually technically tied. That's because Scotty Riome's having the season to remember so far in 2 rounds this year. Just sitting 10 points back, though, tied for the 3rd position, Kelly Wheeler and Mike Brewer. And then, well, all by himself, sitting 12 points out. That is Dean Reynolds sitting 5th overall in the championship standings coming into tonight. So, what does tonight entail? Well, these drivers in qualifying right now. Mike Brewer going to take the quick time in our qualifying session. Congratulations to Mike Brewer for having a fast hot rod here tonight. So, with Brewer picking up the fast time award here tonight, he'll start 4th. Well, why is he going to start 4th, Roger? Well, in the heat races here, the driver that you see 4th was actually the quickest driver. We will invert the top 4 in those heat races. Heat races here tonight will be 8 laps the distance, 5 cars to qualify out of our heat races. I say should, race fans. We know how the formula works here on iRacing occasionally. Just because we say there is going to be, well, 4 heat races, sometimes we get stuck and we see 3 heat races. So, we should have 4 heat races, and then a last chance qualifier coming up here tonight. before our 35-lap feature. So with that being said, it looks like some of the drivers are making their way to the starting lineup. So what do you say we get that starting lineup for the first heat race of the evening, brought to us by G-Stone Motors. Starting on the pole here, the driver, he finished second last week in our feature event, the number 79 out of Syracuse, New York. That'll be Dean Reynolds. To the outside of him, the number 57 out of New York. That'll be Daniel Smith. How about the Pennsylvania driver in the 2K entry? That'll be Harold Klump back there in the 2K. He'll start P number 3. Another driver out of Pennsylvania driving the number 39B here tonight. That'll be Mike Brewer. That'll be Clay Christensen, Sean Green, Anthony Roselli, and John Morano. That's your starting lineup here for heat race number 1. It looks like the iRacing.com pace car says we're good. So he'll head to the safety of pit road. 8 laps the distance. Here we go. 8 laps, 8 drivers, 5 to qualify. Off and away to turn number 1 we go. The 2K entry down to the bottom side. Brand new paint scheme for Harold here tonight. Those 358s singing a song down the back straightaway. Contact at the front of the field. Couple of them. Going to see if we can keep it green here. Lap number 1 going to go to the number 79 of Dean Reynolds. Everybody looks like Harold's got a flat. He'll pull to the infield. So Harold's going to pull it to the infield. Dean Reynolds still out front. He'll lead the first 2 opening laps around the speedway here. Him and Clay Christopherson have pulled away from Anthony Roselli, who's leading the second pack here. The second pack has the number 27 of Sean Green and Daniel Smith that are running side by side. Mike Brewer currently the driver on the outside looking in. There is the number 39B of Brewer in the Kubota white entry here tonight. Got the white wrap on the car, and always the white wrap on the number 57 of Daniel Smith. Right now, Smith is the driver that is holding down the final transfer position as they work down here into the corner. A little contact there. Daniel Smith going to try to muscle his way around the number 27 of Sean Green, but not going to be able to. Sean Green will hold on to that in the yellow number 27. There you see the River Meadows entry. He is currently sitting into the 4th spot. Mike Brewer now back into running into the 5th spot here tonight, so he is the final driver that would get locked in with 3 more times around the speedway here. Continuing to watch the bubble drivers. Dean Reynolds is out front here, and there is the battle actually as they work down the back straightaway. There comes the number 51, Clay Christopherson, down on the bottom, the Full Throttle Motorsports number 51. The I don't want to say wannabe, but I want to say look alike to the old mellow yellow paint scheme. Probably one of my favorite paint schemes out of the 90s for NASCAR, as the old popsicle sticks were up that time. This time by, we're going to see the white silk in the air. Watch the battle for the race lead, and then we'll watch the battle for that final transfer position down through turns 1 and 2 for the final time here. Get the 51 of Christopherson down to the inside. Dean Reynolds trying to pick up a heat race win, but it's going to go to give it to the number 51, and at the line for the final transfer spot, it'll be Christopherson, Reynolds, Roselli, Brewer, and Green. That is how they will all go. So Clay Christopherson having a heck of a run here in the heat race, but Sean Green was able to hold on. So Christopherson picking up that one. That means another one of these heat races coming at us. Another 8 laps. Another 8 drivers. This is how they will come to the starting lineup here. Starting in P number 1, he has a feature win here. He has a championship here with the 802 358 Modified Series. That's going to be Speedy Brissett. To the outside of him, the driver out of Georgia, driving the 116 entry. That'll be Jimmy Geikus. And all the way back into P number 3 out of the Thunder Ridge Racing, number 28 stables here tonight. That'll be Jeff Sharp. Driver of the 213. He goes by Michael Vittel. He'll start back into the 4th spot. And how about Brandon Garan? Car number 4. He'll start into the 5th spot. Glenn Sharp in the number 99, the driver out of Carolina here tonight. He will start back into the 6th position. How about the driver all the way out of Texas? Garen Brimmer, car number 3, said he was looking forward to tonight here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And Bud Motley New will be the driver to start shotgun to the field. So as those drivers are getting ready here tonight, race fans, I see Barney, the flagman. He has the green flag in his hand. That means this time the 358 Modifieds here in heat race number 2, they are green. Great start by the outside lane there. Great start by the inside. Actually, look at the run through 1 and 2. We're seeing if Geikus can come back onto the outside. And as we see 3 wide, that is Vittel in the middle. Sharp down to the bottom side. Lap 1 going to go to Speedy Brissett. But don't count out Jimmy Geikus. There is the 116, the Oakley entry. Ran around the top side. Making it work, leaning on each other back here for the final transfer spot. Sharp down to the bottom, the number 28. He was being leaned on, or he was leaning on, if you will. That was Glenn Sharp in the number 99. And then right around the outside, here comes Bud Molyneux. Well, let's see if we can clear up that the trailer says the timing and score. Oh, they fixed it. Look at that. I wasn't even looking at it. And I just looked at, would you just look at it, race fans? Just look at it. Out front, though, Jimmy Geikus. Speedy Brissett back there running in second. He's still got the bottom side of the speedways where he is working in that 0-3. Brand new paint scheme on the 0-3 for Speedy Brissett. Michael Vittel walking around the outside. 4 laps to go, this time by at the line. So 4 laps remaining here in the second heat race of the evening. Bud Molyneux from the back to the front. Started out back here tonight. Bud now running into that third spot. Final transfer spot being held by the number 28 as it's 3 laps to go. There you see the Hoosier Racing Lebanon Valley, number 28 of Jeff Sharp as he works down the back straightaway. 1 spot in. Just behind him, the Victory Fuel entry of Sharp is currently in that 99, sitting there into the 6th spot. Don't count out Brandon, though. There you see the body armor, number 4. Trying to work the outside as 2 laps to go. The white silk will fly this time by for Jimmy Geikus. Geikus out front leading Michael Vittel, Bud Molyneux, Speedy Brissett. White silk is up. It'll be the final trip. Bud has been able to pick up 5 spots here in this heat race, so that is 5 passing points. But it is going to go to Jimmy Geikus. It'll be Jimmy Geikus, Michael Vittel, Bud Molyneux, Speedy Brissett, and Jeff Sharp. Everybody else going to have to go to a last chance qualifier, if you will. So Geikus picking up one of those heat races. So 2 good heat races so far here tonight. A 3rd one coming our way, and they will start like this. Our Super Dirt Car Series heat race number 3 comes to the grid. It'll be Steven Ritter. Steve Ritter in car number 16. He'll snag the pole. To the outside of him, the driver out of Virginia, driving car number 011 here tonight. That'll be Randall Dixon. Scotty Riome in car number 4 tap dances his way to a 3rd starting spot. And how about it's the agent? It's the 007 of Sam Bachman. Bachman, week number 1's winner. He will start 4th here in our 3rd heat race of the evening. Shane Billings, car number 17, making his first start of the season here on Tuesday night. Dustin Coggin in the number 44 will start back into the 6th spot, and then it's the number 20 of Cody Harris. He'll start in 7th. Eddie Brissett, just fresh off the tap dancing lessons. He is here tonight. He'll start back into what is the 8th position. iRacing.com safety vehicle off the speedway here, and it is to the front row. Slow start, but the green flag is out. It'll be Ritter and Dixon tap dancing into turn 1. Great start. 3 wide through corner number 3 and 4. But it'll be Ritter, Dixon, Bachman, Riome, Coggin currently here as they came across the line. Ritter down to the bottom side of the speedway, trying to keep that number 16 as straight as he can. This time a little wheel into it, trying to drive it like he's on asphalt right now. Right around the outside goes Randall Dixon, though. He'll take the Leadfoot Mafia 011 to the point. Look at the little contact there. Brand new paint scheme on the 007 of Bachman entry. Scotty Riome right there. And a little bit of a right rear. That was the number 17. Shane Billings got into the number 44 of Dustin Coggin. Coggin going to lose the transfer spot now. As now we work down the back straightaway. Here comes Coggin trying to work down to the bottom side. A little bit of a crossover. Slider attempt in 3 and 4. He'll slide up. 17 of Shane Billings going to... now look at it. Billings, here comes Eddie Brissett. They were 3 wide that time going down into the corner. We continue to watch the transfer spot here. Dixon still out front with Bachman and Riome side by side, but look at the transfer spot here. Here comes the 17, Shane Billings. Once again, he'll pick off the number 15 of Eddie Brissett. 3 laps to go. Right now, Dustin Coggin still holding the final transfer spot. At the front, just as we bring you the live pictures at the front, Bachman and the number 4 of Scott Riome make a little contact there. The 16 of Ritter still working the bottom side, but as they made the contact, now the 16 and the 4 Fall back into the clutches here. That is Dustin Goggin, who with 2 laps to go is now sitting there. He's in the transfer spot. Shane Billings, we've seen how these two drivers have roughed each other up just a little bit here in this heat race. On the final lap, will we see anybody? Here comes the 17 to the bottom. Goggin going to try to block it. Oh! Goggin going to get into the 16 of Ritter. Here comes around the outside. Tap dancing like he's in a winter recital. Here comes that number 15 of Eddie Brissett. At the line, it'll be Dixon, Bachman, Rayom, Ritter. Brissett will take the final spot. So Randall Dixon will take that spot. That was a good battle there in that one. We have another heat race, though. I told you we were going to get 4 heat races here tonight, race fans, and I got it for you. Looking like this. He's the driver hailing out of Tennessee. He was blowing my phone up a minute ago, asking if I was watching the Syracuse basketball game versus Tennessee. I'm the Syracuse fan. He's the Tennessee fan. I am not Jason. We're here tonight to watch you start from the pole in the final heat race of the evening. So the 98 will start P number 1. To the outside of him, car number 11, and that'll be Kelly Wheeler. He'll start P number 2. Brian Lawson, a quick time in week number 1. He'll bring the number 9 starting spot, or car number 9 starting in spot number 3 tonight here in the final heat race. C.J. Levere missed week 1 last week, though, on the final, or second week. Put it on the podium. C.J. Levere will start 4th. Connor Baker and car number 24 out of Georgia will start into the 5th spot. And how about Logan Wentz? Wentz picked up a victory last week. He'll start 6th. And then it's Ty Dickinson. Ty Dickinson in the final spot here tonight. 7 cars, 5 to qualify. Looks like the 98 of Jason watching a little bit of that Tennessee game there as the transponder glitched out. Green flag will be in the air, though, this time. Green flag is out that time by at the start-finish line. Long Shot Sports Apparel, number 98, gonna slide into the race lead as they work down the back straightaway. He'll go to the top shelf. Here comes Wheeler. Wheeler gonna try and get in front of that 98. Here comes the Momentum Freight Train at the line. Give it to Wheeler. Wheeler had it at the line, but look at the top 5, all bunched up. Griffin, Wheeler, Levere, Wentz, Lawson right now. That is the top 5 drivers. Just outside the top 5 is Baker and Dickinson, and no contact there. Wheeler, and I believe that was the 18 of Logan Wentz, made a little contact. Now that'll put Wheeler on the outside of the top 5. Wheeler got to get back around Connor Baker to be able to put himself into a transfer guaranteed starting spot into the feature without having to go through a last chance qualifier. It's still Jason out front, C.J. Levere, Logan Wentz, Brian Lawson, Baker. Kelly Wheeler still trying to get the marbles all sorted out there after having a little contact and working himself out of the transfer spot. Look at the front, though. Wentz working that outside lane, trying to push the cushion up as far as he can here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. A little contact there. That is C.J. Levere. Levere, no stranger here to the dirt track at Charlotte. Last 2 years, he's taken his hobby stock down there. His Hornet, his 4-cylinder, however you race fans from wherever you are would like to say. There's a little contact there. Him and the number 18 of Logan Wentz made a little contact. The white silk will fly this time. Jason out front. He'll see it first. So Jason out front with Wentz, Lawson, Levere. Baker still sitting into that final transfer spot. There you see the KBR trailers number 24 for the final time. Into turns 3 and 4. It'll be racing Jason. That is Logan Wentz, Brian Lawson, C.J. Levere, and Connor Baker will be the drivers that all make it in. Wheeler and Dickinson will have to go to a last chance qualifier. And one of your last chance qualifiers, just like that, will come to the come around and here we go. We got it. Consolation race number 1 here tonight for you race fans. 10 laps the distance. And starting on the pole here for this one, car number 57, that'll be Daniel Smith. To the outside of him, the number 17 out of Canada. That'll be Shane Billings. He'll start P number 2. John Morano, the Morano Racing number 33, will start back into the 3rd spot. And how about Dustin Coggin in the number 44? He'll start 4th. Harold Klump there in the 2K will start back into the 5th spot. 5 drivers if the unos, doses, and traces are right, race fans, and I told you, I'll take my shoes off to count this one. Yep, taking 2. Taking the top 2 here out of this one. I'll drop the hammer. This time by. Five cars, 10 laps. Green flag up and a great start by Daniel Smith, but we've seen the outside roll. Here comes Shane Billings. Billings beginning the outside to work. Here comes Cog, and he's going to go way high. A little more contact that time out of turn 4. That was the number 57 of Smith and the 17 of Billings. Billings out front. Now here comes Coggin. He'll get around the number 57 down the back straightaway. Coggin had a really fast hot rod in his heat race. Just missed the call. So Billings is out front. Watch the transfer spot. It's right here between the two white machines. White number 44 and the white number 57. Smith also had a really fast number 57. Just got caught up. John Morano last week, back at Lernerville, had a disappointing finish in the number 33. Had a little contact into turn 3 last week. Did not visit the buses or the boats, but just didn't get that finish. A little contact there. He came up to the K2, the 2K, if you will. Jaden Billings, after making his first start here this season, he's out front here tonight in the last chance qualifier, number 1. So that's 17. Looking pretty good, just kind of rolling the top side, not making any mistakes to himself. I've looked back here, though, at the 44 of Coggin and the 57 of Smith. A couple times they've jumped up over the cushion. 4 laps to go. You see the 44 of Dustin Coggin trying to get that right rear as high as he can. The 57 of Smith that time off the top shelf there, a little bit too high. The 2K now coming into the picture frame. Harold making that middle groove work. He'll go to the bottom of 1 and 2. Let's watch that 2 as he goes down there, throws the slider line, gets the car to rotate. Here comes the number 57 of Smith down below him. He'll tail slap him as he went by. 57 of Smith and the 2K entry making a little contact. Both drivers able to carry it on. Popsicle sticks into the air, though, for that number 17. He'll see the white silk when he comes back around here. Shane Billings will take the white silk. The transfer spot, Dustin Coggin still has it. Smith is still within striking distance as they work down the back straightaway for the final time. There's the transfer spot. Here comes the 57. He'll park it on the nose. Crossover attempt by the 44. Drag race it. It'll be Billings picking up the win, and Daniel Smith will just make it into the feature. Dustin Coggin gonna miss it just by one of my hairs on top of my head. And let me tell you, race fans, they don't exist. It was identical times across the line, but it will go to the 57 of Smith. Final consolation race here tonight will look like this. Another 6 drivers, 10 laps, 2 to qualify. Starting on the pole here in this one, though, it'll be the 99. That'll be Glenn Sharp. He'll start P1. To the outside of him, the number 11 of Kelly Wheeler will start P number 2. Brandon Guerin in car number 4 will start back P number 3. And then it's the 67 of Ty Dickinson. He'll start in P4. P number 5 to the driver out of Texas in car number 3. That'll be Garen Brimmer. And out of New York, driving car number 20. That'll be Cody Harris. Harris in car 20, starting back shotgun to the field. 6 drivers, 2 to qualify. Look at that. We got Jason out there after a heat race win, tuning in, watching the rest of this. Dobbs, who's winning the game? I'm not watching the game, Dobbs, until the end of this. We got a lot of racing to go before I'm able to watch some college basketball. Green flag into the air last time for the last chance qualifier. Get in or you're loading it up on the trailer here tonight. 3 wide back there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That was Garen Brimmer trying to, and he'll make a little contact with the 67. He'll lose a couple spots. Brimmer going to fall back, and that looks like Brandon Guerin also going to fall back. Cody Harris says thank you very much. Across the line, though, Kelly Wheeler and Glenn Sharp just trying to run away and hide here. Top two, remember, locking in the 67 of Ty Dickinson. Right now in the purple and white, number 67, working the top shelf. Trying to close back in on that 99. Brimmer trying to look to the inside here. The number 20 of Cody Harris as they work off of turn 2 down the back straightaway they come. There's Cody Harris. He's currently running into the 4 spot. Been able to pick up 2 spots since the drop of the green flag here. It'll be 6 more times around the half-mile dirt track here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Remember, top 2 race fans looking at 2. Wheeler and Sharp looking good right now because the third place driver, that's the 67, but he's been putting some fast times together. Way up top there, though, Brimmer in car number 3. Brimmer going higher than anybody's been down there in turns 3 and 4. The groove really starting to push its way up towards that outside wall. These 358s are going to use every inch of this track that they can. There across the line goes Wheeler. Sharp sitting currently about 1 second off that top spot there for Wheeler, and he's got the Hornets' nest behind him still. Still got Ty Dickinson, still got Cody Harris, still got Garen Brimmer, and contact there. Cody Harris came in, and with 3 laps to go, he made contact there with the 67 of Ty Dickinson. Harris came up off the bottom side of the speedway, was not able to clear the 67, made the contact. Now you see Brimmer with 2 laps to go. He'll slide in front of the number 4, as no he won't, because Brandon says, check out this crossover move and slide. This is all battling outside the transfer spot as these drivers continue to battle side by side, exchanging the blows for third. Sharp is running away, and he is loving it because the white silk will fly as contact back there. Contact back there, but it's all Kelly Wheeler. Contact happened outside the transfer spot. White flag already flying, so we're going to finish this one off here. It'll be Kelly Wheeler picking up a last chance qualifier win with Sharp finishing in second. That'll be Garen back there into the 3rd spot. Dickinson, Harris, and Brimmer will all have to go home here tonight. There's your last chance qualifier winner, Kelly Wheeler. So Wheeler picking up the final spot. Well, I lie. Sharp and Wheeler will pick up the final 2 spots into the night's big dance. Big dance coming up here in just a couple of moments. 35 laps, 24 drivers into the big show here. These drivers, you see the mat scramble. They're going to try to work out some bugs here. And then we will be back here at Charlotte after the invocation here tonight. Tonight's race brought to us by our friends over at G-Stone Motors. Don't go anywhere. You want to see these 358s. 35 lap feature.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
My father, Gardner Stone, has grown our dealership with one thing in mind: to treat people the way you want to be treated. Well, the way you buy a vehicle now is everything is ordered, so customers have to pick where they want to buy a vehicle. The people coming back for their second, their third, their fourth, their fifth vehicle, it's a good relationship, but that tells you that they know that we're going to take care of them. At G-Stone Motors, we just don't make customers, we make long-lasting friends, and I think that separates us.
G-Stone Motors, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the dirt track here at Charlotte. Our qualifying session in the books, our heat races in the books, and our last chance qualifiers here tonight, the consolation races in the books. That leaves us with 35 laps here tonight, brought to us by G-Stone Motors. G-Stone Motors, located in Middlebury, Vermont, your certified family-owned Ford dealer. You need a tow rig to keep your race trailer going back and forth to the racetrack and your shop? Well, G-Stone Motors has it. They don't have it on the lot. Well, guess what? You can order your very own Ford, and they can have it sitting on the lot at Middlebury, Vermont, for you to pick up at G-Stone Motors. We thank G-Stone Motors and everybody back behind the scenes that makes tonight's broadcast possible here tonight for the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series, brought to us by 802 Racing. This is round number 3 here tonight for these 358 Modified drivers who will etch their name into the record books here in season number 3 in round number 3. Bachman picked up the opening round. Wentz, that's Logan Wentz, picked up round number 2. And now here tonight, we're going to take another one. But it is time now to light the fire on that starting lineup. The 24 cars will assemble on the front straightaway here tonight, and this is how they will line up. Snagging the pole here tonight for picking up the heat race number 1 win, that'll be Clay Christopherson. To his outside, driver of car number 116, that'll be Jimmy Geikis. Randall Dixon in car 011. He'll start P number 3 with the driver out of the Volunteer State, car number 98, Racing Jason, starting in 4th. 5th here tonight to be the Super Dirt Car Series driver out of Syracuse, New York. That'll be car number 79. That'll be Dean Reynolds. Michael Vittel in the 213 entry will roll from the 6th starting spot here tonight. 7th, it's the Bachman, the 007 of Agent Bachman, starting 7th. Logan Wentz will roll car number 18 off from the 8th starting position. Anthony Roselli will start back into the 9th spot, and Bud Molyneux in 883 will start 10th. Scotty Riom in car number 4 will roll from the 11th starting position tonight, and 12th will go to Brian Lawson. Starting in 13th, that'll be Mike Brewer in the 39B out of Pennsylvania. 14th, Speedy Brissett, the champion, one-time champion on the tour. 03 will start 14th. Steve Ritter, car number 16, will start into the 15th spot, while CJ LeVere will start deep 16th here tonight for the number 4. Sean Green in the number 27 will roll from 17th, and then it will be Jeff Sharp in car number 28 starting 18th. Eddie Brissett putting on his tap dancing shoes starting back in 19th. And then the driver out of Georgia, car number 24. That'll be Connor Barker in car number 24. Starting back into the 21st spot, car number 17 from north of the border, that'll be Shane Billings. And then it'll be the 11D of Kelly Wheeler starting in the 22nd position. Daniel Smith, car number 57, 23rd. Glenn Sharp, car number 99, starting in 24th. That's your 24-car starting lineup here tonight for the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series, ready to turn it loose. 35 laps here of modified racing here at the dirt track at Charlotte, and it is green. Green flag, look at them all spread out here. High banks and everywhere to go. Lap number 1 will go to Clay Christopherson. It's Dobbs, Geikis, Reynolds, and then look at the scrum, the scruffle, the 4 wide, 3 wide, contact, 1 up the track. 1 driver going up the track, that was the 011, that's the Leadfoot Mafia number 011, and the number 7 of Anthony Roselli making a little contact back and forth down in 1 and 2, made a little more contact last time by in 3 and 4. Take a look at it, find the spot, they're 3 wide. Bottom side, that is Bachman. Bachman down to the bottom side, Reynolds running there into the middle up top is the number 18 of Logan Wentz. There's so much racing room here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Such a great facility. If you haven't been to the World Finals at the dirt track at Charlotte, I highly recommend it. You got to be able to catch Dean Reynolds, always hanging out at the Iron Thunder Bar. I didn't tell you that, though, race fans. What I can tell you, though, with 5 laps in the books, when they come back around here, it's been all Clay Christopherson. The battles have been back here right around the 5th, 6th, 7th. And, well, take a look as they come down the front straightaway. You name it, they're all there. All spread out. One driver pulled it to the infield on the opening lap, car number 16 of Steve Ritter. Ritter had to pull it to the infield. Everybody else out there, so still, we started 24. We still got 23 drivers out there. Where's your favorite driver here tonight in the field? Driver that has picked up the most spots here tonight, he drives the number 27. That is Sean Green. Green's been able to pick up 5-6 positions there as he battles with the number 883. That is Bud Molyneux. Molyneux running the middle side of the speedway. Here comes Lawson. He'll get a great head of steam, but he'll be boxed in on the end of the straightaway. Green now falling back. That'll put the most spots gained here tonight now up into this driver's hand. You see the red and white number 4. That'll be Scotty Riome. Riome up 5 spots. Looking to see if he can get another one if he can get around the number 18 of Logan Wentz. Down to the bottom side to make it 3 wide. That is the 007 of Bachman. We talked about how Bachman has a brand new paint scheme here tonight. Look at the slider coming in behind him. That was Anthony Roselli's putting the slider on Jimmy Geikus. Geikus picking up heat race number 2's win, now falling back to the, looks like 8th and 9th position there. Here comes the number 39B. That is Mike Brewer in the Kubota white number 39B, working the top shelf of the speedway. Brewer's been able to pick up 3 spots. Battle for the race lead, though. Here comes the Tennessee Volunteer to the top spot. Jason now having the top spot, but he's got Michael Fattel behind him. Here comes Clay Christopherson back. Christopherson will have it that time by at the line with 24 laps to go. Choo-choo train at the top, though. Look at that. Who was in the middle there? I believe that was the 18 of Logan Wentz. It was the white number 18 FTM entry. Battle is still for the top spot. Jason trying to just roll it up top. 98 coming out the gate, as he likes to call it. Contact a little bit farther back, Mike Brewer, and I believe, is that Jimmy Geikus? It is. Jimmy Geikus in car number 116 made a little contact. Geikus going to be able to keep going. He'll fall back, though, into the 12th position. Is it the outside lane? Is it the inside lane? Either way, these 2 drivers at the front of the field, they have both lanes rolling here. Dobbs gets the momentum run off the top shelf at the line. He'll keep the race lead. So another race lead exchange that time. Every other lap, it's been back and forth between those 2 drivers. That time, Dobbs going to try and keep a little tighter on Clay Christopherson's door. At the line, give it back to the 98 of Racing Jason. That long shot sports apparel entry out of Tennessee. Trying to do it here tonight. Dobbs going to sail it off. He'll slip that time. Here comes the 51 back into the fray. And don't look now. Here comes the number 79. That is Dean Reynolds. Reynolds finished 2nd last week, looking to try and pick up a win here. He has had a feature event win with the series. 1 driver, I believe, spinning it around to the infield there. That is the number 7 of Anthony Roselli. Roselli down to the inside. It looks like he'll be able to keep it rolling. Officials telling him, turn it up, and he'll keep it rolling. We're Stay Green Flag Racing here with 18 laps to go in a great battle at the front of the field. It is still Clay Christopherson and Racing Jason at the front. Just behind them, Michael Fattel, Dean Reynolds, Scotty Rielm, Sam Bachman, and Logan Wentz. All right there, hot to try. A little contact there. That was the 18 of Wentz into the back end of the number 7 of Sam Bachman. That'll allow Dean Reynolds to work off the bottom side of the speedway. Now he'll go to the middle, see if he can get up top. Still swapping it back and forth. Sliders at the front of the field. Racing Jason and Clay Christopherson. Dobbs going to go down to the bottom, trying to cut that number 51. Not a lot of room down there. They're going to do it again. Down in 1. That time Christopherson saw it coming and lifted out of it. Dobbs running a little bit of a weird line there now for the number 51 of Christopherson. And actually, as they continue to battle for the race lead, they're actually starting to make a little ground up. Make a little ground up as in they're pulling away from the number 213 of Michael Fattel. It may not look like it but it is. I'm looking at the scoring. Last couple laps, it's been a 10th here and a 10th there. Here comes Scotty Riome. He'll throw the slider on the 213 of Michael Vettel. He'll slide to the top shelf. He'll get a little bite, and he'll try to drive away as contact for the race lead. Clay Christopherson into the outside wall. Big pile up down here into the corner. Christopherson, I believe, lost the front end on the number 51 as him and Racing Jason were battling. It collapsed. It looks like a shock on the number 51 for Clay Christopherson. Him and Dobbs were battling for the race lead there for a couple of laps, and then I believe a little contact. Watch it back here, the Dirt Vision replay. Dobbs tried to come down to the bottom. Nowhere for Clay Christopherson to go. Contact from Scotty Riome. Contact there. I believe that was Michael Vettel. Super Dirt Car Series onboard camera here. Riding on board with Clay Christopherson. There you see it. And yeah, broken right front. So we'll wait to see how everybody's going to line up here. We're getting close to that 10 laps to go. What a heck of a battle we had here throughout, well, call it the top 10. No matter where you looked here tonight, these drivers were all having themselves a heck of a battle. Scotty Riome in car number 4, he was just got a little scrapes and bruises on that number 4. As I'm being told, the 98 of Racing Jason going to go to the back. He's going to take the claim for the contact there. So the 98 Longshot Sports Apparel, who led the most laps here tonight, will go shotgun to the field here with 10 laps to go. So a whole bunch of new players now at the front of the field. It'll be Reynolds and Wentz, Bachman, Riome, Lawson, Vettel, Molyneux, Brewer, Green, and Geikus. And Dean Reynolds says, let's take this one off the top shelf. Let's go racing. Reynolds trying to lead the first lap back to Green. He will. It'll be Dean Reynolds, Sam Bachman, Logan Wentz, and then Scotty Riome. A little contact there from Wentz and Riome. Here comes Scott Riome. He's going to go to the bottom side, see if he can get the number 18 of Logan Wentz. He will. He'll be able to slide up there. We're stay green for now. I see a couple of them turning around back there, but we get it. Get the green. Yep, official's going to keep this one green. Now the yellow flag, actually. Now we're going to throw it out. Throw the yellow silk. 7 laps to go. We're going to get the second caution flag of the evening. Barker, Billings, Dixon, I believe all having a little contact there as we were watching the battle inside the top 3. Have to watch it back as, oh, there you see the 24, Connor Barker. And then the tap dancing Eddie Brissett. Watch it back. Oh, there's Anthony Roselli. Roselli went up and over Billings' wheel. And I believe that's where Eddie Brissett comes in then. Right on board with Eddie Brissett. When the 7 there of Anthony Roselli came over the wheels of the number 15 of Eddie Brissett, it turned Brissett up into the, I believe that was Connor Barker and Randall Dixon. So the 2 cars there, and there comes the 7, the Van Sickle Electric number 7. So that's what brings out the second caution flag here this evening. And we are under 10 laps to go. Matter of fact, you see it. It'll be 4 green flag racing laps around here tonight for these drivers. So single file formation here as you see Dean Reynolds, Sam Bachman, Scott Riome, Logan Wentz, Brian Lawson, Michael Vettel, Mike Brewer, Bud Molyneux, Sean Green, and Jimmy Geikus. Green flag back into the air. Everybody chasing the number 79 of Dean Reynolds. Great start by Reynolds. He'll try to open it up and pull away from the 007 of Bachman. Bachman, though, strong down in 3 and 4 that time. Scott Rayome still holding on. Look at Mike Brewer. Brewer trying to weave his way through as the old popsicle sticks are up. It'll be 2 more times around the dirt track here at Charlotte. If we see the white flag, the first one back. Oh, is the 007 of Bachman going to get high and wide in 3 and 4. He had run down the number 79 of Dean Reynolds as the white flag is flying. It'll be the final trip around the speedway. Here, the number 79 of Dean Reynolds trying to bring it back here to the checkered flag. Down to the bottom is Bachman, but it'll be too little, too late. It'll be the number 79 of Dean Reynolds to victory lane. It'll be Reynolds, Bachman, Rayome, Lawson, Wentz, the unofficial top 5. As there you see the driver out of Syracuse, New York, number 79, Super Dirt Car Series entry of Dean Reynolds, picking up the win. Last week finished second. Tonight, he'll pick up the big W. So Dean Reynolds picks up the W here tonight. The driver that picks up the most spots in feature competition action was the number 57 of Daniel Smith. He'll finish 14th plus 9 for him. Unofficial results scrolling on the left-hand side of your screen. Race fans, find where your favorite driver finishes up here tonight as we get ready. We will take a quick little step away as we get these drivers queued up, mic'd up from their homes from, well, we're talk to Dean from Syracuse, New York. Then we're talk to, well, Sam Bachman and Scott Rayome for the second time this season. Hang tight, race fans. We'll be right back with your post-race interviews here tonight, brought to us by G-Stone Motors.
I've been doing this a long time. Well, I'll tell you, working the farm, it gets you in great shape for the season. It is hard to get up in the morning sometimes. But a lot of people believe in me. And there's always work to be done on the farm. When I decided to buy a truck, I went to G-Stone Motors. Because first of all, they are nice. I checked twice. They got me exactly what I wanted when I needed it. And it came with all the bells and whistles. Those heated seats, definitely a favorite feature of mine. I travel halfway around the world to get my truck serviced. That says a lot. You can buy a good truck anywhere, but finding a team of people you can believe in, now that's something special.
Welcome back here to the Charlotte Dirt Track race fans after 35 feature laps here tonight for the G-Stone Motor 358 Modified Series presented by 802 iRacing League. These drivers, you saw them 3 wide, 4 wide sliders, some bars getting scraped up, and a couple drivers bending up a couple parts here tonight. Round number 3, race fans, was a barn burner, that is for sure. But as I tell you all the time, don't take it from me. Let's hear it from the drivers behind the wheels in those cockpits of those Sim Racing 358 Modifieds. Let's start things off with the driver who will finish P1 here tonight. Let's head trackside as Dean Reynolds, you're standing by here tonight. A great run for you in that number 79, but you ran third most of the night, and all of a sudden, late in this one, a little contact out front put you in key position.
Yeah, it was right place at the right time right there. I had a good car. I was trying to get around Dobbs and Vitale there, and then I went underneath Vitale thinking maybe I could get him with a half slider, and then I let the door open for Scotty to go around the outside, and then Sam almost got me on the outside there too, and I thought I made a mistake, and I was going to be a 5th place car at that time, but then when Dobbs got into Clay there, I think Dobbs felt bad. He did say my bad in the chat there, and Clay shot across the track, and I was lucky I was running 4th or 5th because I could see the car shooting across the track, and went right in the middle of Vitale and Scotty and got the lead and got a little lucky, and then then we just did my normal slider line in 3 and 4 and brought it home. I think Sam was still a little bit faster than me, but when you get the restarts, that gives you 2 laps, usually around the track to hold off people behind you, and we'll take the win and go on to next week.
It's your 3rd career win here with the series on Tuesday night. You've had some great finishes already this season. The 2nd last week, a win here tonight. What do we do to keep the momentum rolling? What do we do next week when we head, to the sprint car capital of the world?
continue to suck on time trials so I get these front row starting spots. It's not planned because I'm trying to get the 5 points, and I like to take home a little bit of that Super Dirt Car Series money by passing cars in the heats, but got a little fortunate getting the front row here, and but Clay got me. I mean, he earned it. He ran a good race, and but I like Charlotte. I always felt comfortable at Charlotte. There's a couple lanes that I really feel good at here, and one of my other 802 wins is here at Charlotte. So but we'll just try to keep the momentum going. There's a lot of good guys in this league. 2 of them are sitting here in the room. 2 of my teammates that are quite frankly, they're faster than I am, and we just got a little luck tonight. But you got Mike Brewer, and you got Dobbs, and you got Anthony Roselli, and you got so many guys in this league that it's going to be it's going to be a challenge. And we were talking, me and Rob and Brandon, we were talking about, I think there could be 10 different winners in this league this year.
Absolutely, very easy. The field is stacked from top to the bottom here on a Tuesday night, so these wins don't come very easy. But now what the whole world is wanting to know, Dean, is it Twin Peaks, Iron Thunder, or Hooters tonight?
Well, believe it or not, if I was down in Charlotte, it'd be Michael Waltrip's. That was the new place we found, and you get your food fast, and it's really good, and it definitely won't be Twin Peaks anymore after what we had down there, 2 hours and 4 minutes, and only got 2 drinks and no food, so it won't be that place. But no, Michael Waltrip's was a new spot we found, and we went there 3 times, so we'll go have a tall 20 ounce there, and I'll let Scotty enjoy the 20 ounce with me because I know he likes his beer, and Sam can root us on.
Well, I guess I'm chop liver race fan, so let's roll the red carpet out here so Reynolds can get down there and drink those 20 ounces. So what do you say, Dean? The red carpet's out. The microphone is yours.
Well, you didn't come visit me with your big hat this year, so it's not like you don't know where I am down in Charlotte. So, but no, I gotta thank the Full Throttle Motorsports, and it's just a great team to be part of. 2 of them are right here in the booth, and proud to have another sweep. We had a sweep last night in another league, actually top 4, and you're talking 3 of the guys that were in that sweep last night, and we got some good things going, and we all stay smooth, try to stay out of trouble, and first you got to finish before you finish first. But I got to thank those guys at Full Throttle Motorsports. Got to thank G Stone Motors and the Stone family for the sponsorship. If it wasn't for them, Roger, you wouldn't be here doing this telecast, and got to say thanks to you because your telecast is second to none. Turn 3 has done a great job, and a lot of guys run this league because of the telecast. They get done and they watch it back and they go, wow, that telecast is good. So thank you to Roger, thank you to G Stone, and also thank you to Rob for anchoring the league. Rob and Brandon. If they didn't have this league, we all wouldn't be here. So we got to thank them as well. And congrats to everyone for good support. We had 31 cars tonight. That was pretty cool.
There you have it. It was 31 cars, and this one is your victor here tonight. That'll be Dean Reynolds, driver out of Syracuse, New York, picking up his 3rd career win on the tour. So with Reynolds picking up P1, who finishes 2nd? It's, the driver that picked up week number 1's win. That's going to be the driver of the 007. How about it, Sam? A great run here for you. This number 7, though, you had to throw some sliders. You had to rub some rub rails out there tonight to be able to come home P2.
Yeah, the track was real fast. I tried making the bottom work or whatever right off the rip, and it felt pretty consistent, but you couldn't really get a good exit, and everybody up top started training you a little bit, so tried to get up top as soon as I could, and once I got up there, I was just following everybody, and then that wreck happened, and that wreck kind of came in my favor a little bit, so I could start 4th, and I knew Dino was going to take the outside, so I knew I was in good luck right there. But great race to Dino and Scotty, and I don't know, the track felt pretty good.
The track felt good after picking up the first win of the season 2 weeks ago. That came in tonight with you with the points lead coming into the night. Did that factor into how you raced at the end of this one? Because this 007 looked like it seemed to be a little faster than Mr. Reynolds out front, but you also were the points leader coming in.
I would, yeah, I mean, once I got out into the open, that's when I really started throwing it in, and I could really get my good runs. I was letting off a little bit or whatever when we were back in 6th or whatever. But yeah, once I got out past, can't remember who it was, but whoever got passed by, once I got past them or whatever and got into the open, the top really started working for me, and that deep slider in 3 and 4, I kind of catch Dino a little bit.
Late in this one, you had that late race yellow. We went single file restart. Did you think you had anything left there for that number 79 out front?
I knew it was going to be a challenge with 2 or 3 laps to go, especially when he can get a really good start, and he got a really good start on me, that's for sure. But I was just hoping that I could climb back up there, but I ran out of time, and he took the win.
We're running out of time, but as you get ready to leave here, you will still hold the points championship top spot this time, though it'll be all to yourself. What do you think? We head to another one of these very large tracks for these 350A modifieds. We head out to Knoxville just 1 week from now.
Oh, we'll have to see. Knoxville's usually not one of my best tracks, to be honest. I usually get into the wall there. Same with Charlotte. I'm kind of surprised I didn't tonight.
Well, you were able to keep the wheels on it for a podium finish here tonight, so who do you got to thank back home and on the side of this number 007 here tonight for a podium finish?
All the boys over at FTM, Gunner at Swan Speed Shop, Dean over at Super Dirt Car Series, Expert Installation, G-Stone Motors, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that is it. He says the driver that came in tonight after picking up 1 win already this season had the points championship top spot. He'll leave still in that top spot here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. That'll be Sam Bachman here tonight piloting that car. He'll finish P number 2. The driver whose goal this year was to talk to us at least once, well, how about twice in 3 weeks? Scott, what the heck are you doing up here again?
I don't know. I got lost on the way here.
Lost on the way here, and Dean promised you a 20 ounce, huh?
It's 20 ounce?
Where
do I get that?
He said Michael Waltrip's down the road. Leave the track, make a right, go about 1 mile down, make a right. It's in the shopping center right there on the right-hand side.
I'll just follow the light shining off the top of his head.
Well, you can't miss it. Is that what you did here tonight to get this number 4 so far up here in the running order?
Let's be honest here. Dino's so lucky. I think he sat on Ed Brissett's horseshoe because Dino was getting freight trained. He wasn't the fastest car here. Let's be honest. Of course, we're just joking, right?
Well, I don't know. He was standing here, and obviously you just hurt his feelings, and he left. Maybe he's got to go get a good seat at Michael Waltrip's.
So I struggled there a little bit. I was trying to get around Michael Vitale. Car was really fast. I mean, it was hooked up, and me and Michael, we race each other hard, but we race each other clean. So I knew getting around him wasn't going to be easy. I finally managed to get around him. A couple laps later, all of a sudden, there's the mellow yellow 51 FTM car shooting up the track in front of me, and I couldn't go anywhere. I was just worried that I broke something. The car was tight after that, but it was still fast. But yeah, I mean, it's Charlotte. There's cars everywhere at Charlotte. I love running this place. So happy to get another podium. Happy to talk to you again. So it's fun.
Well, let's forget this race. You heard the other two talk about headed to Knoxville next week. Are you looking forward to going to Knoxville 1 week from now, or are you looking to head to New York to Oswego for the first time ever with the series in 2 weeks' time?
Can we run Oswego twice? Because I am not good at all at Knoxville. So maybe I'll just. Do we get drops in this league? Because maybe that'll be one of my drops.
Hey, if we get a drop, do I get it? We can go hang out at Michael Waltrip's.
Absolutely, beer's on me.
You know what? I like the sound of that, Scott. But hey, what do you say? Because Dean Reynolds says he's going to buy us all 20 ounces here tonight. Are we drinking all 20 ounces?
We're going to drink about 80 ounces. We're not stopping at 20. Come on, we're professionals here.
I'll bring the big hat, and I'll let you put it on here for a little shine and gleam. But no tap dancing with it. Please leave that to Eddie Brissett. So what do you say? Who's on the side of this number 4 here tonight?
Oh, okay. All serious now. We'll make it professional. All the guys over at FTM, obviously Full Throttle Motorsports. We're thinking about starting up a podcast. So if we can get that going, we'll be reaching out to you, Roger. Obviously Dean at Super Dirt Car. He helps all of us out with getting into some of these leagues and whatnot. Let's see, DJ Sim Shop for these awesome paints that you see on a lot of our cars. Gunner at Swan Speed Shop for any of your open sets, 358 or big block sets. Just go over there, and I mean, he's got us on rails in our open sets. You heard Dean talk earlier about we swept the podium last night. That was an open 358 race, and I mean, we all ran the same setup last night. We were all just changed the gears. That's all we did. Let's see, you obviously for doing the broadcast. Obviously, Todd and Justin Stone for giving us this opportunity to actually have a broadcasted league here. Rob Pablo, Brandon, all these guys that make this shit go around, make this stuff go around. We got to thank those guys. So, yeah, I think that's it. Oh, the Brissetts. I got to thank the Brissetts. I went over there into their Discord, was talking Ed up, trying to get him on the right track. I'm not sure where Speedy finished, but Speedy's always fast. I mean, it's disgusting how fast that guy can be. Ed, he's working on it. He's coming into our Discord once in a while. We're helping him out. So all the Brissetts over there, Brissett Racing as well. So yeah, I think that's it.
He thinks that's it, just like we think there's only 15 of those Brissetts out there in the world that are out there racing. Let me tell you, race fans, it's pretty darn close to it. But tonight, Scotty Rio. Well, yeah, Scott says there's only 4. I guess that's why he has 4 on his car, because those are his 4 best friends right there. Scott Rio tonight, though, drinking 80 ounces. He'll finish P number 3. Congratulations to Scotty Rio here. As Dean Reynolds is your winner here tonight at the dirt track in Charlotte, Sam Bachman, Scotty Riom, and then it was Brian Lawson and Logan Wentz. Those are your unofficial top 5 results here as we get ready to leave the dirt track here at Charlotte. Where are we headed? Well, you heard me say it. The sprint car capital of the world, Knoxville Raceway, for round number 4 here with the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series. We got to thank not only all you race fans out there, all the racers out there on the speedway competing for us tonight, but we got to thank G-Stone Motors, the Stone family, for believing not only in the series here with the 802 iRacing League, but also us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you need a Ford to get you up and down the road, if you want a custom Ford, there's only one place to get it. That is G-Stone Motors in Middlebury, Vermont, your family owned and operated, certified Ford dealer. Race fans, head on over there. Just stop by the dealership, swing into the showroom, and say hi. That's the least we could do for the Stones family. So with that being said, Charlotte's in the books. Round number 4 coming next week from the Knoxville Raceway race fans. So for everybody at G-Stone Motors, everybody with the 802 iRacing Series, and all of us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, my name is Roger Muth, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's virtual show from the dirt track at Charlotte. Until we see you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.
Motorsports and racing cars is a big part of the heritage here at G-Stone Motors. Todd and I have been racing each other for years. I love the one-on-one competition. It comes bottom line, we're all behind each other and support each other with everything we do. I think that says a lot about our company's culture. I'm Vince Quinville, Service Manager at G-Stone Motors.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.